I do believe that Dogecoin will go to $1. I do believe that Elon Musk is not going to be able to help himself, and he's going to come out and start tweeting about Dogecoin again, especially when it breaks an all-time high, which was around 74 cents in that area. What is up, guys? Norse Digital Assets coming at you with another video. Today we are going to be covering a coin I have not covered in the past. We're going to be covering Dogecoin. Go ahead, and down here in the corner is my new watermark. It is my logo. If you click my logo here, you can subscribe by clicking the logo, or you can click subscribe below like normal. Subscribe for chart analysis and possible exit strategies later in this bull run. Just like Dogecoin went from around 3 cents all the way to 72 cents, and then it came all the way back down to 16 cents. We had that bear cycle all summer long. That is something that we try to avoid on this channel by selling at the top and at the end of the bull run. So subscribe for information later on in the bull run. This is also a channel where we're going to be looking at Dogecoin and some of these other coins as realistically as possible. We're not going to be a channel that every other day we're saying, there's some channels out there, some pretty big channels that every day over the last month, every day Dogecoin is about to blow up. Dogecoin's about to go every single day, day after day. We are not really a channel like that. We're going to try to be more realistic about it and take a look at it realistically. But saying that, taking a look, you can follow me on Twitter also, Norse Digital Assets. But with that said, Dogecoin does look to be finally coiling up. That is because we're watching it on the chart here. So Bitcoin is also very healthy. We saw Bitcoin yesterday go over 51,000, and Bitcoin runs the market. If Bitcoin all of a sudden heads down to 43,000 or 40,000, which we do not expect in any way, shape, or form at this point, I'm just saying, for example, if Bitcoin does do that, altcoins and all the other coins follow. Bitcoin went from 64,000 earlier this year all the way down to 28,000. It brought everything with it. That's how the market works. But with all that said, Dogecoin does look healthy. Looking at the chart here on the daily time frame, each candle is 1 day here. We have this downward trend line that you can see. We need to break above that trend line, and we have this red candle we're printing today, and this is part of Dogecoin coiling up. We have been finding support lately. You know, the EMAs, the 20 EMA, the green line, and the 55 EMA, the red line, they've been kind of sitting sideways over the last week and a half, and that has a lot to do with its coiling up. But when we found support already on the 55 a number of times when you come down, that's healthy. We've come back up, and now we're finding it on the 20, which is also healthy. This red candle is also come down, and it just has to keep finding support. There's not tons and tons of buyers right now, but Dogecoin is definitely coiling up, and the entire market is coiling up in general. Bitcoin looks healthy. A lot of altcoins are making those moves. But yeah, you have to find that support and coil up before you can actually shoot off into space. So also, basically, we need to find that support on the 20, and as we start to get that support, and these EMAs are coming across, we're going to break this trend line. And when we break this trend line, that's when we can start to see some upward movement. So some healthy things that we do have going on with Dogecoin. On the daily, the MACD is about to print. If we can go back here, you know, it hasn't done too much of a crossover. Hasn't done much since the 23rd. We had a bearish cross in the MACD. But this blue line is about to cross over, so we're about to get a bull cross here on the MACD. That's a good sign. The RSI, any downtrend that was happening, yes, it's got a little point where it's kind of sitting sideways and coming back down a hair. But look at this downtrend we did have on Dogecoin. We've broke out of that downtrend there, which is good. And there's just a lot of things looking good for Dogecoin. Right now, it's coiling up. So when it finds support on this 20, that is another time, not financial advice, but when you touch on the 20 EMA, and especially on the 55, but when you touch on the 20 and we're still kind of sideways, that is definitely a spot where you can accumulate more Dogecoin. I'm not telling you to buy or sell anything. It's not financial advice, but those are areas where you could accumulate if you were going to be getting any Dogecoin. So let's take a look at Dogecoin on the 4-hourly. And just stick to this video. The video is not going to be too much longer, but stick to the end because I'm going to do a longer term price prediction on Dogecoin. So on the 4-hourly, yeah, we definitely are still forming, you know, we're still trying to find support on the 4-hourly also. And we just have to keep finding that support, and sometimes there's just more patience, more time, more patience. But I do expect soon for Dogecoin to find that support and finally be able to bounce off of it and start making that movement up. We've just got a bunch of chop really on the 4-hourly. We're just kind of sideways. Not a whole lot has been going on. It's just choppy. So there's not too much going on there, but on the daily, I do expect to break this trend line sooner than later. It might take a few more days, but we're going to be looking to move above that trend line, break this downward trend, get some curvature out of these EMAs, which would look something like this with the 20 starting to come up. And that's when we could start to see those movements on Dogecoin. So looking longer term here on Dogecoin, let us pull out the fib tool and let's set it right. Let's go right there and let's come up and let's set it there. So zooming out, taking a look actually in a longer term scenario, we are expecting a possible run up to the 1618. There's so many factors in this market. I don't know personally if Dogecoin will do this in this bull cycle or not. I believe a lot of cryptos will. I don't know if Dogecoin will head up to this 1618, $1.90 or not. I do believe that Dogecoin will go to $1. I do believe that Elon Musk is not going to be able to help himself, and he's going to come out and start tweeting about Dogecoin again, especially when it breaks an all-time high, which was around 74 cents in that area. And when that is happening, when Dogecoin starts to make somewhat of a run or it breaks an all-time high in the next month or two, he is going to come back out and tweet and inflate it even more. You also have to consider Dogecoin is one of the few altcoins that is not Bitcoin related or Ethereum related that is actually on the Robinhood exchange. And so you have to remember the Robinhood effect is real, and the Robinhood effect has many people FOMOing in to Dogecoin later in its run, and Dogecoin will come back alive and make that run. $1 is going to be, you know, you have $1.12 up here at the 1272, but I believe that $1, just because of that psychological number, there will be some selling off and some sell-off in that area. It'll shake some people out. We could, head towards $1, get in the 90-cent range, and then shake out lower. We'll have to see what the charts look like later in the future at that time, but I believe that'll be a psychological barrier. We'll come back from 90 cents, maybe into the high 70s, 80-cent range, and Dogecoin might just find that support. I'll be looking at the chart at that point in time, and then I'll be able to determine much more at that time if Dogecoin gets that support and moves forward. We have Dogecoin still being accepted by the Mavs for tickets and merchandise. Here on their website, Mavs to accept Dogecoin cryptocurrency for tickets and merch, March 4th. They also accept Bitcoin, or they have been accepting Bitcoin for tickets, I believe, for a couple years. So you'll have Mark Cuban tweeting about it, other people tweeting about it. Dogecoin is not one of my favorite coins by any stretch of the imagination. I love a lot of coins. I have about 20 different assets, so I will be covering this one. But we'll see if Dogecoin can break that psychological barrier of $1, and if it does, I believe it can. Then it can just make even more movement, more waves, and that's how it can come up to this 1618, which is $1.90. And many coins in bull cycles historically do come up to the 1618. So this 190 sounds super high when we're at 30 cents now, but it's as realistic as many other coins doing it, and it happens time and again. So we'll just have to wait and see. If we actually look where we're at from now, and we're going all the way up to that 1618 level here, we would be looking at gains around 500%, which is definitely not unheard of. We're in the crypto space, very, very volatile. So if we get this bull run started, it'll be in the cards. So we'll wait and see what happens. That's going to be it for this video. I don't want the video to get too long. That's it for today. That's really all there is to say about Dogecoin right now. We just have to wait and keep watching the market and see what happens. So that's it for this video, and we will see you next time. See ya.